What's good everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another video bringing you the best Nintendo Switch and RPG news on YouTube. And our first video of 2023, I want to say Happy New Year to all, and let's go ahead and jump right into this because we've got some cool news to go over. A brand new big RPG announcement from Koei Tecmo. You don't usually see this where they're announcing RPGs right before the end of 2022 and into 2023, but maybe they felt the media would pick up on it a little bit more because it is such a weird announcement. But yes, this was announced on December 31st, and we're talking about right here, and it's called Fate Samurai Remnant. It's a Koei Tecmo action RPG. It's coming to PC, PS4, PS5, and the Nintendo Switch. A new Holy Grail war, the Waxing Moon Ritual, has begun. So very exciting here. So publisher Koei Tecmo and developers Omega Force and Ko Shibusawa, in cooperation with Type Moon and Aniplex, have announced action RPG Fate Samurai Remnant for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It will officially launch worldwide in 2023. You guys are checking out this really nicely done teaser trailer, and I'm pretty sure there will be more action RPG combat to show in the future. Now, the big thing in the comment section on Gematsu when people are talking about with this game is if it's going to be a Muso style game like some of the other Fate games in the series. So we don't really know at this point based off of this trailer here, or at least this teaser. It doesn't seem to be that way, but once again, this just could be a cutscene or something specifically made for the teaser trailer. So what I'm hoping for is that it kind of goes away from that warrior style that the Fate series has done, because we've seen so much of that from Koei Tecmo, and maybe they go more of a grounded action RPG route, or even like a hybrid, kind of like how Persona 5 Strikers was, where there were some Muso moments where you're out there fighting a bunch of people, but then there were also singular encounters, or let's say 3 or 4 enemies, and then it's smaller skirmishes mixed in with big boss battles that you would see in any other action RPG or just an RPG in general. So if they kind of mix in the 3, I think to me that is the evolution of what a Muso game can be, and turning it into a true hybrid of an action RPG that you would see normally like Kingdom Hearts or something, and also the really cool aspects of the Muso franchise. So we're gonna see what they're gonna do so far, but the game is looking beautiful. I'm guessing the PS5 version of the game will look very similar to what you guys are seeing right here, and I like the fact that it's a worldwide launch. Now, this is not something that I have to talk about quite a bit anymore, because a lot of these Japanese companies have wised up when it comes down to it, but a lot of your sales are gonna be right here in the US or in the West. So it makes sense to me to prioritize and make sure that you get the game out on time everywhere. You don't need to launch it in Japan and have spoilers and all sorts of stuff up, and then over here we have to wait. So it's pretty cool that we've been seeing Koei Tecmo do this quite a bit. We've been seeing Nintendo jump on this with the Nintendo Switch, because remember, even with the Wii U, they had games that launched first in Japan, then over here in the West. I think that that needs to be a thing of the past. Obviously, the Pokemon Company used to do it before, back in the DS days. Then I think it was Pokemon X and Y where they changed that up, or somewhere around there. So to see that is going to be a worldwide launch, very good, because Koei Tecmo still doesn't do that for every single game. Most of the games, but not for every single one. So very good to see here. We know about Aniplex. They've worked on like the Demon Slayer game, which was pretty good for the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation and everything. So I like what I'm seeing here so far with this teaser trailer. I love the aesthetics of the game, some of the art that they've shown off so far. It looks like it's going to be a really cool samurai style action RPG with some Muso or big Muso elements, maybe or not. We don't really know exactly how the gameplay is going to be laid out here. It's just a teaser, but I think that it's going to be solid because it looks pretty cool from just the teaser. So we'll see how this all works out when the game does finally get some more information and footage in 2023. So what are you guys' thoughts when it comes to Fate Samurai Remnant being announced at such a peculiar time, but something cool to look forward to for 2023 that's new? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got an update on a highly anticipated RPG that's been in development for like 2 decades. No, I'm joking on that, but it's been a while, and yes, Granblue Fantasy Relink. We finally are getting some information on this game at Granblue Fantasy Fez on January 21st. So I'm guessing at this point, since this game is what, 5+ years in development, going through different developers. We talked about this game. It used to be Platinum Games. Now it's actually in-house with Cygames. So it's been through everything, hell and back with this game, but it's looking very solid from what they've shown off here. You've got some nice hybrid systems of swordplay and also with guns with certain characters. You've got some air combos as well. You've got beautiful looking graphics, great sound design, super clean and crisp looking, just everything so far with this game. The environments, the characters, how the voices are, what's going on. It looks like it's going to be swashbuckling RPG goodness with some dungeon crawling as well and some hybrid gameplay. It just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I am down for Granblue Fantasy Relink. I've been looking forward to this game for a number of years. Kind of forgot about it all in 2022 and even a little bit in 2021. And then at the very end here / early the beginning of this year, we've got some more information because this game is looking spectacular. It is going to be a PS4, PS5, and also PC game, but this is a PS5 cop 100% and on, man. So I'm loving what they're showing off here. I'm liking just the atmosphere and the tone. It looks like Tales of Arise, but just better from what I'm seeing so far here. How the combat is working out, the animations and gameplay. It just seems like it's going to have a little bit more of a visceral, like, oomph and power to the guns and to the hits and to everything here. And the story looks fantastic from what we're seeing. So Granblue Fantasy Relink, it's coming out 2023 worldwide, and we need to kind of wait and see exactly when. So they know it's going to be 2023. So I'm guessing at this Granblue Fantasy Fez event that they're actually going to give us the release date for the game and also a bit more information. But at this point, everyone just wants the game to come out. We just want to see the game and have it come out. So I think that's the most important thing. And we'll definitely hear more about it on January 21st. So what do you guys think about what's going down with Granblue Fantasy Relink and the 2023 worldwide launch, the event that's going down on January 21st? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys, I do want to relay a little bit of a message from Square Enix, and they put this out on Twitter, and I'm just getting excited for the RPG games, man. You guys all know we cover RPGs, we cover the action games here, and it's cool to look forward to what's happening. And Square Enix has given us a little bit of a tease when it comes to what's going down in 2023. So on the official Square Enix Twitter page, they did say this: it's been an amazing year of games, and 2023 is looking even better. Here's a message from all of us at Square Enix wishing you a happy new year. And it shows off a little montage, and it has a really heartwarming message here from all the different developers across the studios. Square Enix has been through quite a bit in 2022. There was a lot of stuff that happened, but I still think that Square Enix is one of the greatest developers in the industry right now. And I don't think you can really say that they're not, considering the type of game output they put out and some of the franchises that they do have. And 2023 is going to be huge. Obviously, we know that Final Fantasy 16 is finally going to launch, so that's going to be pretty awesome. And then we also have Dragon Quest as well. Dragon Quest 12, more information on that. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, more information on that. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, that's also going to be something as well that people are excited for. Octopath Traveler, there's quite a number of things, and probably more surprises that we do not know about, because one of the Square Enix employees even stated, "You're not ready for what's coming." So definitely some hype going on at Square Enix, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have for us in 2023. So what are your thoughts on Square Enix, and what are your most anticipated Square Enix titles for 2023? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys, we've got a little bit of a rumor here from my man, Nate the Hate, NateDrake. You guys know him, he's on the Spawncast, also the Nate the Hate podcast with MVG. Good friends of the channel. Obviously, I share a podcast with them on the Spawncast, so obviously, I like Nate quite a bit. He's the homie, and also someone that I can definitely talk to as a friend. So he recently talked about 2023 and what Nintendo could be doing, and he actually made a little bit of some headway here, because he says that, quote, F-Zero's time will come in 2023. goodness gracious. Now, this was in response to someone who said this: I'm still waiting on whatever Silex Hunter leaker or whatever said about possibly seeing something related to F-Zero. Nothing happened and they never elaborated on it. It's all BS until Nintendo shows it. So that's when Nate quoted it and said that F-Zero's time will come in 2023. As for Metroid Prime 1, Retro completed development of the game in late summer of 2021. For clarity, development finished, then it still had to go through QA, which is quality assurance, any localization, and such. The game has been finished for some time now. Nintendo just opted to wait to announce and bring it to market for whatever reason. So we do know that Nintendo does sit on games sometimes. I mean, we can't necessarily say for 100% sure this is the case because obviously Nintendo didn't say anything or didn't announce anything. But after the huge, like, just outpouring of support and love and sales for Metroid Dread, remember, Metroid Dread is the best-selling Metroid game of all time in 6 months. That's all it took. And historically, 2D Metroid actually sells less than 3D Metroid, and Metroid Prime 4, that is 3D Metroid, obviously, and that should probably do better on the Nintendo Switch when it launches. Now, I'm not so sure about Metroid Prime because it's a remaster, but I think that Metroid Prime 4, for example, that could absolutely do better than Metroid Dread. Now, you combine what was said here also with what some of the other people have saying recently when we covered Metroid Prime and how the primed and ready and the verified Reddit user and stuff like that. So it seems like Metroid's happening. But I think the big thing here that's kind of new, or not so new, but kind of being brought back, and that is F-Zero. Nintendo is supposedly doing a F-Zero game. Now, there's been a lot of speculation on what this could be, and the most popular theory is that it's going to be a port of a older F-Zero game, so F-Zero GX, and kind of taking that and making it on the Nintendo Switch. So adding, better graphics or whatever the case is, 1080p. Obviously, you'd have online multiplayer, kind of tuning it up with the balance, things like that. So that's the most popular theory right now, that it's probably not going to be a brand new F-Zero game, but a really nice in-depth remaster of F-Zero GX, which is by far the best F-Zero game by a very large margin. Like, that game is incredible, but yes, it would need a few tweaks for the modern audience when it comes to the single player campaign and everything, but I would love to see that, just because F-Zero is one of those franchises. While I'm not big on F-Zero anymore, or just racing games in general, I feel that F-Zero GX, bringing that back and kind of testing the waters to see what the modern day would think about F-Zero, is a good idea, because most people, like 99% of people who have a Nintendo Switch, probably didn't play F-Zero GX, or probably haven't even played F-Zero at all. There's already 2 games on the Nintendo Switch Online, so people can kind of test it out there to see what they think. And I feel that this could be something that's pretty cool for the fans, for the core fans out there that have been clamoring for F-Zero for quite some time. I think this could be dope for them. So yeah, no higher graphics system needed when it comes down to F-Zero. It can work just fine on the Nintendo Switch. Because we have games that are also like F-Zero, right? You have the Fast Racing Neo. That game actually looks pretty incredible, and I think is less than a gig on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo could easily make something that looks better than that and release it. So F-Zero GX actually might look better than that game if it's in HD and everything, and they touch it up a bit more. So I feel that it's going to be good. I feel that if this does happen, now, once again, it's not confirmed. We don't know 100%. Things can always change, so let's not take it as if it's the be-all, end-all. But he feels that it's going to be there based on what he's heard, so we're going to have to wait and see. But I would guess, based on some of the rumors that we've already heard, that it will be a F-Zero GX remaster, and Nintendo is going to remaster maybe a couple other games too from the GameCube era or so to kind of fill out the rest of what Nintendo Switch will have before they move on to the next system, what I think would be 2024. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to everything that we discussed? Quite a bit of information. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.